thought.
Sleazy, that's Cynthia living with MS, her son.
Oh, yes.
So, with that being said, let me get straight into it because I don't beat around no bushes. I just stay in the bushes for my peace, my sanity, and my hands that will not go out for nobody. Oh, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, okay? Hit the like button coming in because it's going to get views, so hit the like button. Definitely do that. But what I want to talk about is, what's today? I want to talk about yesterday, the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday, my son was on Liz B. Journey's channel. And it was like 3-something in the morning. And he woke me up out of my sleep and was telling me that he was in Liz B. Journey chat. He told me who was all in there. I rock with Sleazy and Liz B. And he said it was an LT in there. And I'm like, okay, what y'all talking about? You know, because I'm hearing Liz on my TV screen in the front. I'm in the room. I hear her on the TV screen. And I'm hearing cash, cash, cash. So I already knew who he was on live with. So he was like, she's telling me about Snake's Mind, where to get it from. She said she paid $275.
Maybe like 9 months now. Because he got him in October and he was 7 months.
Oh, yeah. Bro, this is about
I may be wrong. But just ask her. It's easy.
Yo, shit,
you can go to Petco and get them.
If this play out high,
it better not.
It's about to be a filthy game.
It better not.
It's about to be a filthy game, man.
Ask her, Cash, and when I see your mother again, I will sure enough mention it to her. Because snakes are relaxing. They are calm. They don't do too much.
Yo,
unless
Ray.
you got a poisonous.
I whoop, and I was like, oh, okay. So, fast forward to yesterday, he was in our chat. And he was really excited about Liz being in her chat. He was excited about who she was because he had watched previous videos with me, watching Liz and her children do different reviews and stuff. And he was really feeling Liz. And he knew Liz was a gamer. And I learned that when I went and watched a lot of her content. I'm like, damn, Liz a gamer? So he was very intrigued by that. So he was like, Liz, I want to do a live with you. So I'm thinking he want to game with Liz. And he told her, like, I want to do a live with you. And she was like, I guess, like, okay. He was like, I got to ask my mom to set it up. She was like, well, how old are you? And he said 10. And from there, it just kind of snowballed and went downhill. And, oh, no, I don't do kids in my chat. Oh, you got to go. You got to go. And I'm like, even if we don't do kids in our chats, and it's okay with somebody not wanting a kid in their chat. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. You want what you want for your channel, and you don't want kids in there because guess what? Certain things might be talked about that parents haven't discussed with their kids or not ready for their kids to hear about. So that's fine. We're not talking about that part. But what we're talking about is the way the shit went down. Like, he got blocked. But in the process of getting blocked, before he was blocked, you know, it was just, I think it was Liz B. daughter came up in there and was like kind of rude, very rude, not kind of, very rude. And you could take this personal or not, you know, you don't belong here. You need to go back to where you belong. And I'm like, damn, my kids is raw. They some raw ass kids. They raw as hell, even my son. But one thing about it is they ain't about to get down on no kid. Where's your mom at? Who is your mom? Bring your mom to the phone. Let me talk to your mom real quick. And then if somebody would have said that, instead of jumping on him, like, oh, he was in the chat last night. And then it goes on to say, oh, what parent allow their kids in strangers' chats 3-something in the morning? Where is the parent at? At home, sleep, girl. Was hearing that shit in my sleep. And my son came and woke me up. And I'm thinking, oh, it's all cool because I fucks with Liz B. And I hear her on the TV. You know what I'm saying? And my son already know, like, he hears certain something, he fall back from it. Or how I seen him before. He was in Love and Live and he was in Tory Brain Gang. Yeah, he be over there in their chats. He really do. He fucks with them too, like his mama do. My kids hear y'all. My kids hear y'all. Because y'all are played on my TV constantly, supporting you all. You're played on my 2 phone devices. On my son's phone device, that's 3. Played on my laptops, that's 3 more. So we got 3 laptops, 2 TVs where y'all rolling on, and the phones. My girls ain't let me touch nothing of theirs to play YouTube on unless it's for me or to save life. I'm going to be honest with you. So that's how my son gets familiar with all y'all. He gets familiar with all of y'all. My son fall out of chats. He go over there. He say how to love and live because he mess with them. I done came in a house where he got them playing on my TV screen, but he ain't nowhere in the room because the conversation ain't holding his attention. They got to be hype. They got to be game night, and he all in. He sits with me a lot of times. He was in a live that I did, and motivation weight loss and geek motivational weight loss, yeah. MF, motivation from the weightlifting geek came in the chat, and my son was like, that's motivation from the weightlifting geek. He knew exactly who he was off rip, because I deal with a lot of y'all channels supporting. And let me tell you something, I gotta like something about y'all channels to support y'all, because I don't just sit if I don't like something about y'all channels. But I'm not mad that adults are not allowed in a kid's chat. Let's just learn how to go forth in handling the kids, because you don't know what kids go through behind the scenes. You don't know if you hurting their feelings. Like, you was an adult or a young teenager. Is your job really to want to hurt a kid's feelings? Hurt a kid's feelings. So I got in the chat like, hey, Liz, you got Messenger? I'm like, hey, that's my son. Was he rude or disrespectful? Nah, he wasn't rude or disrespectful. Okay. Because of how my body is set up with MS, and I'm a mama. I'm a mama bear when it comes to my kids. I go to 1,000,000. I don't just go to 1,000. I go to 1,000,000. Everybody know how I am with my babies. I fell back. I fell back because my baby was hurting. His feelings was hurt like a motherfucker. And I fell all the way back out the chat, and I didn't say no more after that, but he will not come back into your chat. We don't have to be rude. I don't plan to just hit 1,000 subscribers. I plan to touch a lot of people with my life and how I choose to live my life with MS. I want to motivate, encourage, okay? And simply let people know that you can continue to live no matter what the struggle is. You don't have to take it as a death sentence. So I am going to have people, and it's young people to get hit with multiple sclerosis. It's young kids that's dealing with illness. So on my channel, I'm going to have young people to fall into the chat. And if it's one of them days it ain't for them, I'm going to let them know, baby, this ain't the day. But I'm not going to take that opportunity to be rude or let somebody sitting around me to be rude to the kid. And I was like, so I'm asking my son, like, what did you say wrong? What he said, I didn't say nothing. I just told her that I was going to have you set up the live, and she asked me how old I was, and I told her, and from that, it just went downhill. And I'm reading the comments in the comments. I'm reading all y'all comments and stuff. It's all good. Let me tell you what I don't care on this platform when it comes to me. I ain't about to sugarcoat nothing. I don't care about a subscriber. I don't care about a like. I don't care about none of that. If I gotta sugarcoat shit or dismiss my baby's feelings, and that's why I'm here, because I ain't dismissing his feelings. I just couldn't address him last night. I would never have done that to nobody kids, but I'm glad it was my child. I'm glad it was my child, because now we get to learn how to handle it if we don't want kids in the chat. I remember being over at J Red chat. Her nephew was in the chat for her birthday. And guess what? She like, then go ahead and go to bed now because the conversation about to switch up. That's all you got to do is tell a kid, like, listen, this chat ain't for kids. And I don't want you to hear something wrong. He's so more than understanding. He is. He just happy about something. Been watching YouTube for over 6-7 years now. So he be happy. And ain't nobody going to come up on here and judge me about, oh, the kid be up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Sure do. Sure do. He ain't got no school. Sure do. Is that a bad parent? Oh, he was in the chat with grown people. Sure was. Let me tell you something about me. I always stayed around grown people when I was little. I was not fast. I was just around grown people. When I turned 18, 20, 30, I was around grown people. I mean grown people. Baby, that's how I picked up wisdom. That's how I picked up a whole lot of wisdom. Praying, meditating, and dealing with older folks that do some stuff. Because I know I ain't know it all. But them older folks went through some stuff, okay? And to avoid those same mistakes, I was listening. Damn. I might didn't always speak, but I was listening. But what I'm saying is handle the kids that come in y'all chat gently. Handle them gently. Teach your kids if they're around you. Handle them babies gently. Because you don't know. You don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know how you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. Even if you don't like, minors in your chat, it's okay for that. Just go about it differently. You don't have to be rude and, I don't like, it's fine. You don't allow them in your chat. Hey, baby, I don't allow kids in my chat now. You're going to have to go back. But the thing that got me was he just said the night before that he was Cynthia's son. And she said, oh, Cynthia living with MS. And he said, yeah. And they went on to have a conversation. So then the next day he thinking it's okay. But if you would have said that particular night, baby, you don't supposed to be in this chat. This like, where your mom at? Go get her. Would have been nipped in the bud. He won't come back. He won't. He really won't. He won't. It's okay. And yes, I let my son be in love and live chat. He loved them to pieces. If they talking about something that don't spark his interest, he falling out. And let me tell you something, he be in Tory chat too. He likes to play the games. He loves Tory brain games. He see me. Y'all are playing on my TV. You think these kids not picking it up? It's Yaya time. It's Yaya time. They singing the songs. They hearing it too. I didn't think I was playing somebody that was wrong to be playing in my household. You know? I really didn't. But if you want to knock me as a bad parent or judge me, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Let me tell you what I learned in life. And I learned this at church. It be them ones, them straight up Christian, them holier than thous, that'll slang your ass through the mud or be at home doing X, Y, Z, C, and made us some new alphabets too, okay? So I don't really care about people's judgment. I don't. I outgrew that a long time ago. Somebody told me the best delivery you're going to ever have in life is not caring what people think about you. Best delivery ever. So yeah, I'm a mom who allowed her son to be up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I am a mom who allowed her son to be in love and live in Tory Brain Gang chat. I am a mom that allowed her son to be in certain conversations. And the ones I don't want him to be in, he's not in. I am that mom. Am I a bad mom? Fuck no. I'm a different mom. I ain't back from the 80s or 90s or 70s or 60s mom. I'm a modern mom. Because guess what I do? I teach my son things that your kid might be getting taught in elementary school because you don't want to have certain conversations with them. But best to believe them kids at school is teaching your kids a whole lot. And before the kids at school teach my son, I'm going to put them up on game. I'm going to talk about everything. It is what it is. Because let me tell you something. These kids are smarter, they wiser, and they know more. And they starting off young, okay? So before man get out there and have to hear the last from the people in the street and the kids at the school, because see, they coming together with all walks of life. Everybody do things differently in their households, okay? Everybody do things differently in their households. And some kids don't know that ain't all right, that ain't cool. But man gonna know when they come across it, nah, that shit ain't right. My mom already put me up on that. She told me how it was gonna go down, and that ain't right. You don't eat out people's hands. Ain't nobody supposed to be touching on you. None of that. None of it. We don't play those games. Kid brings something to school. That's why we have some schools here in Michigan where the kids brought edibles to school. Kids up in there high as hell, okay? Little girl brought a mixed margarita drink to school. Kids drinking it. My son already know you don't fuck with nothing out nobody's hands. You don't take nothing from none of them. Because mama put them up on game. Put them up on game. Young. But what I'm saying is handle these kids differently when they come to your chats. It's okay if you don't want people young in your chats. There's nothing wrong with that because every channel is not for children. Okay? But what I'm saying is just handle them a little bit differently. And now I didn't come with the $1 million rage because it ain't even necessary. It ain't necessary. It was a teachable moment for my son. I taught him and we moved on. I'm moving on. You know, I'm moving on. But make sure y'all be gentle with the kids. And yes, I'm going to drop clips up in here because I back up I don't come with putting nobody's name out there. I ain't mentioning nobody's name unless I come with some facts. That's just how I am. And I'm never going to come sugarcoat y'all. If I'm going to put somebody out there, I'm calling names. I'm not sugarcoating nobody. I already know some of y'all going to unsubscribe because everybody, you know, it is differently. They rock with different people. And I see the bunches and stuff, but I don't give a damn. Okay? Because if I got to sell myself out for a like, a subscribe, baby, it won't be so. I stay under 1,000 before I got to do that. I stay under 1,000 before I got to do that when it comes to me. But trust and believe, he ain't going to come back to no more chats where he's not wanted. I'm not mad about that part. I'm just mad how it was handled. Like, yeah, he was in the conversation talking. He's very intelligent. My son is beyond intelligent. He is. He can hold a conversation. He can. And I went back and read the conversation. It's so funny because sometimes I say, he ain't even responding to what the hell they saying. He didn't answer about something else and went on to something else. But he was really enjoying watching Lesbian and play Uno and stuff, to the point he was like, Ma, the next day, he was like, Ma, they got this game, y'all. It's called Weird But True. That's what it's called, Weird But True. And he was like, Mom, let's set up the camera and let's play Weird But True and Clue on camera like Lesbian them did. I was like, bet we could do that, but we ain't got to it yet. We will. Thank you for that. But he just an innocent kid. Y'all ain't gotta do kids like that. Don't do kids like that. Don't let your kid do kids like that. That's not a good look. That's not, because I ain't gonna let my kids dog a kid out there. They might get rough and shit with their brother, but they ain't gonna definitely look my little niece and stuff. But they definitely ain't gonna touch on nobody else's kid like that. They're very gentle about the next kid, and because we don't know what kids endure and go through, you know what I'm saying? We just want to be kind of cautious. You got to go back to when you was a kid. Would you have liked somebody to respond to you like that? Just be like, hey, baby, you don't supposed to be in this chat. I fuck with kids. I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with kids before I was 10. So, I guess, I don't know. But, everybody different. I'm just saying, watch the way you deal with the kids. And like I said, if anybody don't want a kid in their chat, just politely, hey, baby, no kids is allowed over here. But y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of y'all day. I just want to drop this clip down because I couldn't really say too much in that live last night. I just wanted to know, was my son being respectful? Was he being disrespectful? That's another thing, though. I said if he was being disrespectful, slay his ass. I'm that mama. Slay the shit out of him if he was being disrespectful. But he wasn't. That was the hurting part. I think that really hurt me the most. Like, damn, he wasn't even being rude or disrespectful. And then go back and watch the clip from the night before. And he was just having a casual conversation with Liz, and he told her who he was. And then see the next day, and he being slumped like that, like by older people, like, damn. And then I heard Leah say, see, this is why I don't do live. No, it's okay what you doing lives. It's okay. Do your lives. But if you don't want young people in your lives, just say, baby, listen, no kids over here. Because we already know on this net, these kids know how to change up their birthdays. These fucking kids are smart. They know how to change up their birthday, so they ain't coming in as a minor sometimes. They coming in as a grown person. They sitting back watching, especially on the gaming channels, especially on channels where they see other kids on. You know what I'm saying? My kids, they were watching CJ. He was watching CJ So Cool. But I'm going to tell you, he watched a lot of families, and it don't matter he was watching a lot of families that were white. He was watching a lot of families that were white. And he was watching CJ So Cool, and I'm like, it ain't many black families on there. Now it is a lot of black families on YouTube or whatnot, but he ain't never went in a chat, none of them chats, and was just like slay, because he seen kids in there, he seen a family. So I don't know, like, maybe I didn't do the whole full investigation on what the channel was, you know what I'm saying? But I understand, my channel say not set up for minors. That's because a lot of the videos, if I say it is, a lot of my videos will be restricted on comments, and I believe that's why mine is not set up for minors, But I'm never gonna slay a minor if they come to my channel. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I like my son was watching, I'm not gonna lie to you, a black family sitting down at the table playing Uno, playing games, not arguing, not bickering, just enjoying themselves. I took pleasure in that. You know what I'm saying? But damn, we gotta do better. All right, warriors, y'all have a good one. I'm telling y'all, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share, because I ain't going nowhere. And if you need to unsubscribe, it's okay, baby. I ain't mad at you either. But yeah, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. But I had to say something, because I don't sit on nothing.